Well, good afternoon, Pirate fans, and welcome to Pirate Field for today's Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. Armstrong, Atlantic State, and Augusta State. Ready to play two here today in Savannah on a breezy day. But the sun is out. Other than the high winds, it looks like it'll be a good day for baseball. Austin Ducey takes the mound for the Pirates in game number one. Ducey a perfect 7-0 on the season with a 3.28 earned run average, making his 12th appearance and 9th start of the season. Austin's thrown 57 and 2/3 innings, given up 66 hits. He's walked 17 and struck out 48. And he'll face the Jaguars. Top three have Bennett Mayfield, Kevin Kelly, and Jorge Verquez. Yesterday, Augusta State took game one of this three-game series, 7-5 over Armstrong Atlantic. The top of the order did most of the damage in that contest, as the Jaguars got 9 hits from the top 4 hitters in the order. They scored 3 runs in the first inning and never trailed in winning the contest. Bennett Mayfield steps into the batter's box and leads off for Augusta State. The leading hitter for the Jaguars. He is also the leading hitter in the conference with a .413 average. No home runs, 26 runs driven in. He fouls off the first pitch here for strike one. Ducey's 0-1 pitch is high, and it's 1-1. Augusta State and Armstrong Atlantic tied in the Peach Belt Conference standings right now, 9 and 10 in the league, as there's a strike. Augusta State comes in 24 and 18 overall. Armstrong Atlantic 28 and 14 overall. Ducey's 1-2 pitch to Mayfield is fouled out of play. Augusta State entered this week on a real slide. The Jaguars had lost 7 straight and 11 of 12, but on Thursday defeated Erskine 7-6. There's a pitch outside, making it 2-2 on Mayfield. Then yesterday, the Jaguars come in and beat the Pirates 7-5. So Jaguars seem to be reversing their fortunes, so to speak, as there's a ground ball to second. Wilson backhands it, throws to first, and there's one down. I'll bring up Kevin Kelly, the center fielder for Augusta State. .257 average on the year for Kelly, 3 home runs and 20 runs driven in. Left-handed hitter, swings and misses at the first pitch from Ducey for strike one. The winds are swirling a bit, but a lot of time they're blowing out to left field, so it'll be interesting to see if that will affect the right-handed hitters in this contest, as Kelly looks at a strike, bringing the count to 0-2. Kelly shows bunt, pulls back, and then swings and misses for strike 3. At a pitch in the dirt, Austin Ducey picks up his first strikeout of the game, and there's quickly 2 down for the Jaguars here in the first. That brings up Verquez, the third baseman, looks at the first pitch ball. .390 average in 100 at-bats, 39 hits for Verquez. 1 home run, 22 runs driven in. Fouls one off, out of play, to even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Ducey, swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Ducey gets the sign. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And 3 up, 3 down go the Jaguars in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Pirates coming about. It's been a while since we had Quiznos. Third on a 5 and feed your old family, you know. Huh? Only we had at Grandy's. Yep. It is. We should have gotten one of the old ad boards from the Grayson Stadium. No, he asked me yesterday. Brad Bohannon will lead things off for the Pirates here in the bottom of the first inning against Augusta State. Right-hander Trey Williams. Williams, a transfer from USC Aiken. 3-1 with a 3.43 earned run average, making his 10th appearance and start of the year. He's thrown 63 innings, given up 68 hits. He has walked 19 and struck out 42. He did not pitch for USC Aiken against Armstrong Atlantic last year. As a strike on the inside part of the plate to Bohannon makes the count 1-1. Head coach Skip Fight with a couple of transfers from league schools on the staff this year, as Williams drops sidearm and delivers a pitch outside for ball 2. Former Armstrong Atlantic pitcher David Whitfield, a member of the Jaguars staff. Have not seen him yet this weekend, as there's a pop-up into shallow left field. This might drop. No, and nice play by the shortstop, Bennett Mayfield, battling the wind, makes the grab on the outfield grass for out number 1. That'll bring up the first baseman, Tyler Evans. 398 average on the year for Tyler, 64 hits and 161 at-bats, still chasing the 400 mark. He swings and misses at a pitch low for strike 1. And a pitch high and outside makes the count 1-1 on Evans. Evans trying to become the first Armstrong player to hit 400 in the season since 2002. As there's a strike from Williams, and it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch fouled by Evans. So Tyler stays alive. So again, the 1-2 pitch, and it's behind Evans, caught by the catcher, Landis, and it's 2-2. So now the 2-2 pitch is inside. And the count runs full. Armstrong, Atlantic, and Augusta State tied for that 6th seed in the upcoming Peach Belt Conference tournament. So this doubleheader will go a long way to determine which team gets in and which doesn't. Ground ball to short, takes a hop off the lip and goes into shallow left field. That'll be a base hit for Evans, and the Pirates have a one-out base runner for Truman Merrick. Georgia College leads the Peach Belt with a 17-5 mark. Columbus State second at 18-7. USC Aiken is third at 14-8. But then it's really bunched up. Francis Marion in that 4th seed right now, 13-11. Upstate 12-12, and Armstrong, Atlantic, and Augusta at 9-10. Line drive in the left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Evans will stop at second. So back-to-back hits for Evans and Merrick. And the Pirates have something cooking here in the bottom of the 1st. UNC Pembroke still mathematically alive for the tournament. But it would take quite a bit of help. And Lander also down in the standings. Kenny Cale steps in on the season. 320 on average, 1 homer, 34 runs driven in. He takes a first pitch strike from Williams. Evans and Merrick lead off. And the pitch is low, making it 1-1 on Cale. We're still awaiting the first region rankings, which have not been released yet. Remember, 6 teams advanced to the NCAA South Atlantic Regional. The Peach Belt and the CVAC earning automatic bids for the conference tournament champions. The 1-2 pitch from Williams is swung on and missed, strike 3. Williams gets Cale for the 2nd out of the inning. And now I'll bring up the designated hitter, Eric Hudson. Left-handed hitting Hudson, 318 on the year. No homers, 15 runs driven in. Williams' first pitch to him is a strike. Tyler Evans leads away from second base. Truman Merrick leads away from first. The 1-0 delivery is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch grounded to second. Baker gloves it on 2 bounces, steps on the bag at second for the force out, and that retires the side. The Pirates get a pair of hits, but nothing else. We're through 1 here at Pirate Field. No score between Armstrong Atlantic and Augusta State. They go as high as 34, and that's it. Top of the second inning here at Pirate Field. Austin Ducey delivers a first pitch ball to the designated hitter Tim Rawlings, leading things off for the Jaguars. Rawlings had 3 hits yesterday in the 7-5 win over the Pirates. He looks at a strike here, and the count's 1-1. Rawlings a .361 average, 2 home runs and 26 runs driven in. Breaking ball sails low, and it's 2-1. And then another pitch is outside, so Ducey runs a 3-1 count on Rawlings, a junior college transfer from the College of Lake County. He is an Indiana native. 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed on the fastball, and it's 3-2. The 3-2 delivery from Ducey is down and away, ball 4. So Augusta State has its first base runner of the ball game, a leadoff walk by Rawlings. And it brings up the right fielder, Tyler Marzofka. Ducey's first pitch to him is bunted down the third base side. Kale will throw on to first. The sacrifice is successful, though. Marzofka moves Rawlings into scoring position with 1 down for the second baseman, Tony Baker. Baker comes into the game hitting .215, no homers, 11 runs driven in. A freshman from Dacula, Georgia. Ducey's first pitch to him is a strike. The Armstrong Atlantic men's golf team is currently at the Peach Ball Conference Championships over in Eatonton, Georgia, playing in a practice round today. They will begin play tomorrow with a pair of rounds. Another breaking ball swung on and missed by Baker. Ducey gets ahead of them 0-2. Pirates are now ranked number 2 in the nation as of the latest Golf Coaches Association of America Top 25 poll that came out on Friday. And the field is loaded. No automatic bid in men's golf, but the Pirates currently ranked 2nd in the region. Should be a virtual lock to advance to the NCAA South Atlantic Regional, which coincidentally the Pirates will be hosting. Ground ball to short. Dallas throws on to first for the second out of the inning, but moving from second to third is Rawlings. So the Jaguars have a runner at third, but 2 out for the first baseman, Dustin Taylor. Taylor saying .263 on the season for the Jaguars, 2 home runs and 14 runs driven in. Ducey's first pitch to him is high for ball 1. Rawlings leads away from third. Ducey working from the stretch. Delivers the 1-0 fastball that's fouled out of play, making it 1-1. This week will also be the Peach Bowl Conference tournaments in softball and tennis. Pirate softball team split a doubleheader with Georgia College yesterday, losing 12-2, but winning 5-4 in 8 innings. And they will head to Augusta as either the 4 or 5 seed. in the Peach Belt tournament. Either way, they'll play at noon on Friday in first round action. The 2-1 pitch from Austin Ducey is popped up, foul territory, long run for Bohannon, but he will not be able to make a play on it, and the count goes to 2-2. Ducey gets the sign from Hotsack. The 2-2 pitch is lifted into left field. It's carrying Hudson on the run, and it's over his head up against the wall. That is a wind-aided double by Taylor, and Augusta State takes a 1-0 lead. So Taylor, the left-handed hitter, goes the opposite way and gets a big gust from the wind, carrying it over Brad Bohannon's head in left field. And Augusta State strikes first. Robbie Feint, the left fielder, steps in now. Ducey's first pitch to him is fouled back, out of play for strike one. Well, we wondered how the wind would affect the game today, and that's really the first time that it's been a factor, as another big gust blows through the field. Now Ducey delivers the 0-1 pitch. That's foul down the first base side. That's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Ducey. Fastball called strike three, and that retires the side. But the double by Taylor puts the Jaguars on the board first. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 Augusta State. Josh Wilson will lead things off for the Pirates here in the bottom of the second inning, trailing Augusta State 1-0. Williams' first pitch to Wilson is a strike. Josh hitting .333 on the season, 5 home runs, 35 runs driven in. Pitch in the dirt from Williams makes it 1-1. And I think we just lost power. In fact, I know we just lost power. Joe, we just lost power up here.
What happened? What happened?
I don't know, we lost power. You're on battery, so you're good, but... Power. Oh, now it's back. Yeah, now it's back. I have no idea. All right, hopefully we're back. Had a little bit of moment of power outage. Wilson swings and fouls off a pitch at the plate. It's 2-2. We are in the bottom of the second inning, 1-0. Augusta State with the lead. Wilson, the first batter of the inning for the Pirates. Now the 2-2 pitch is inside, and it's 3-2. So the full count pitch to Wilson, lined right to the pitcher, Williams, who snagged it with his glove and fell down. But that was a hot shot through the box. Williams making the grab, and that's out number 1. That brings up Mark Noble, who lines a single up the middle for a base hit. And the Pirates have a 1-out base runner now for Sean Hotsack. Noble playing for the first time this weekend since the Pirates series at Lander, in which he sprained his wrist. Good to see him back in the lineup. Second hit of the weekend for Noble. And Williams throws over to first to chase him back to the bag. Hotsack steps in for the Pirates. Has another throw over to first. Chases Noble back. Hotsack 275 on the season, as another pitch comes in behind a Armstrong batter. So it's ball 1. 5 home runs and a team high 39 runs driven in on the season for Hotsack. In yesterday's game, Hotsack squeezed home a run. And we're going to get a visit to the mound by Augusta State head coach Skip Fight after that pitch went behind Hotsack. So we'll take a short break and come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. Freshman Kyle Payne starts to loosen up in the Augusta State bullpen as Williams delivers a 1-0 pitch that gets away from the catcher, but it doesn't matter. Noble was running on the pitch, and he steals second easily. So the tying run is in scoring position for Hotsack, and it's a 2-0 count on the Pirate catcher. Williams from the stretch, 2-0 pitch, lifted into right field. That will be caught by the right fielder, Marzovka, for the second out of the inning. So we'll take a 2-out hit from Josh Dallas if the Pirates want to tie it up here in the second. With Mark Noble on at second. Pirates have 3 hits off of Williams through an inning and 2/3. As there's a foul ball over towards the Pirates dugout for strike one. The 0-1 pitch from Williams. Lined to second. That is a base hit. And coming around to score will be Noble. He will score without a throw. And Josh Dallas ties it up with an RBI single to right. And it's 1-1. Nice easy swing by Dallas, dumping it over the head of the second baseman, Baker, into right field. Now we go back to the top of the order for Bohannon, who popped out to the shortstop Mayfield, his first time up. Runner goes on the pitch. It's a hit and run. Ground ball to third. Verquez will throw on to first, and that retires the side. But the Pirates strike back with the run on the RBI single by Dallas. We go to the top of the third. It's 1-1. Top of the third inning on a breezy day here at Pirate Field, Armstrong, Atlantic, and Augusta State. First of 2 today from Pirate Field. We're all tied up at 1 here in the third inning. The catcher, Matt Landis, takes a first pitch ball from Austin Ducey, and it's 1-0. Landis, a junior from Lawrenceville, Georgia, takes a pitch outside, and it's 2-0. Transfer from Truett McConnell Junior College. Comes in today hitting .238 on the season. 1 home run, 9 runs driven in. 2-0 pitch is outside, and it's 3-0. So Ducey in danger of walking the 9th place hitter to lead off the third inning. 3-0 pitch, that's a strike. And it's 3-1. The 3-1 delivery grounded to third. That is a fair ball. Long throw for Kale, but it's not in time. So the Jaguars have the leadoff runner on as we go back to the top of the order for Bennett Mayfield. That brings up Mayfield, who grounded out to second his first time up. Ducey's first pitch to him has popped up. This could be interesting in the infield. Dallas battling it, and will make the catch for out number one. So one down for the center fielder. Kevin Kelly struck out against Ducey in the first inning. Landis leads away from first, held on by Evans. Kelly shows bunt and takes high for ball one. Another big gust of wind blowing out. Now the 1-0 pitch to Kelly is lifted into right field. Merritt, like battling against the wind, makes the grab for out number two. That one started about midway into right field and went all the way into the gap before Merritt grabbed a hold of it. It's now 2 down for the third baseman, Jorge Verquez. Verquez struck out his first time up. Ducey's first pitch to him is high for ball one. 1 run on 4 hits for the Pirates and 1 run on 2 hits for Augusta State. We are in the top of the third inning. After today's action, just 4 more home games for the Pirates this season. A Tuesday game against Valdosta State. And 2 weekends from now, 3-game series against USC Aiken to wrap up the 2007 spring season. The 2-0 pitch from Ducey is swung on and grounded foul down the third base side, bringing the count to 2-1. Ducey from the stretch, now a throw over to first. That takes notice of Landis over at first. Not a huge threat to steal, but still have to pay attention to the runner. 2-1 pitch is lifted into right field again. Merrick on the run. Has to come in, and he short hops it. It's no catch. And Verquez singles to right. Another ball where that wind affected it, knocked it down in front of Merrick. And there are runners on the corners now for Rawlings. So 2 of the Jaguars' 3 hits today have been wind affected. And it brings up Rawlings, who drew a walk against Ducey and then scored in the second inning. Ducey's first pitch to him is high for ball one. Throw over to first. Verquez back to the bag. The 1-0 pitch from Ducey swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Augusta State won the first game of this 3-game series yesterday, 7-5. Jaguars scored 3 runs in the first inning off of Ross Partee and never trailed. There's a line drive into left center field. This one is going to carry. On the run is Noble. He cannot make the catch. 2 runs are going to score. And Rawlings is going to pull up into third with a triple. So the Jaguars take a 3-1 lead on the 2-run triple by Tim Rawlings. And that brings up the right fielder, Tyler Marsofska. Had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Ducey's first pitch to him is down and away, blocked by Hotsack in the dirt. And it's 1-0. Well, the Pirates have had base runners, haven't been able to get many hits with them on base, but Augusta State now 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Pitch bounces in for a ball, and it's 2-0. The 2-run, the double and RBI by Taylor in the second inning, and now the 2 RBI triple by Rawlings in this inning. Foul ball out of play. Makes the count 2-1. 3-1 Jaguars lead. We're in the top of the third. And Marsofska is hit by the pitch. Ducey gave up the leadoff single, but then looked like he was back in control, getting a couple of flyouts. But a single, a triple, and a hit batter. And the Jaguars have runners at the corners again with 2 out. For Tony Baker, the second baseman, both of the runs this inning have scored with 2 outs for the Jaguars. The Augusta State trainer attending to Marsofska after he got hit by the Ducey pitch. Four hits now for the Jaguars, matching the 4 by the Pirates. Marsofska will stay in. And now Ducey will go to work on Baker, the second baseman, grounded out to short his first time up. Ducey's first pitch is lined into left center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. It's now 4-1. 4 straight batters have now reached for the Jaguars with 2 out here in the third. And that brings up Taylor, who doubled to left and drove in a run his last time up. Ducey's first pitch to him is a strike. Ducey's 1-1 pitch to Taylor. Inside for a ball, making it 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch, lined into left field, curving though, and it's gone. A 3-run home run for Taylor, and it's 7-1. So Dustin Taylor swinging the big bat today for the Jaguars, an RBI double and a 3-run home run. And Augusta State, which has scored 7 runs in its last 2 games, has scored 7 here in 2 2/3 innings, and it's 7-1. Robbie Feit swings and misses at strike 1. And coming into this weekend, it looked like these two teams were on opposite ends of the spectrum. The Pirates coming in on a 5-game winning streak, had swept UNC Pembroke. Augusta State came in before their win over Erskine. They had dropped 11 of 12 and looked dead in the water, but now the Jaguars look like the team that's coming in on a hot streak. The Pirates are the team that's floundering. 7-1 with all 6 runs in this inning coming with 2 outs. Pitch low for Feit, makes it 3-1 on the Jaguars left fielder. Swinging a fly ball in the center field. On the run is Noble. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side finally. But a 2-run triple, a 3-run home run, and Augusta State now in control, 7-1. Well, the Pirates have a lot of ground to make up now as they trail Augusta State 7-1 in the 3rd inning. Tyler Evans leads things off, singled in the 1st inning, his first time up against Williams. Takes a pitch low after a strike, and it's 1-1 now to Evans. Augusta State with 6 runs with 2 outs in the 3rd. Swing and a miss by Evans, and it's 1-2 on the Pirates' first baseman. And the Williams pitch down and away. And it's now 2-2. Check swing, that is a foul ball. Evans got jammed a bit, but got a piece of it. Swing and a miss, strike three. Evans down on strikes. And Williams, who was dangerously close to being pulled in the second inning. There's some activity in the Augusta State bullpen now, pitching a little bit more confidence with a 7-1 lead. Truman Merrick steps in. 1 for 1 today with a single. Williams' first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Pitch in the dirt. Williams drops sidearm. That one's a ball, so it's 1-1. And then the 1-1 pitch is away for a ball, making it 2-1. Wind continues to howl around Pirate Field. Jaguars took advantage of that in the third inning as there's a ground ball to short. Up with it is Mayfield, throws on to first, and there's 2 down. But the triple by Rawlings and the home run by Taylor, neither of those were wind aided. They were hit very well. Kenny Cale steps in now. Struck out in his first at-bat against Williams. Takes a pitch high for ball one. One 0 pitch outside again, and it's 2-0. ASU will host Valdosta State in a non-conference game on Tuesday. 3:30 first pitch between the Pirates and the Blazers. Swing and a foul makes the count 2-2 on Cale. Called strike three, and Williams works a 1-2-3 third inning. We go to the fourth. Augusta State leads 7-1. The catcher, Matt Landis, leads off the top of the fourth inning. Armstrong leading it 7-1. Landis singled to third, scored on the RBI triple by Rawlings, so he's 1 for 1 today. Swinging a pop-up. Again, battling the wind here. Cale and Dallas on the run, but they won't be able to catch up to it. And it makes the count 1-1. Seven to 1, Augusta State with the lead in the top of the fourth. Looking to take this Peach Belt Conference Series last year, the Pirates swept 3 games from the Jaguars in Augusta. It was actually played at the local minor league park where the Augusta Green Jackets play, Lake Olmsted Park. Swing and a miss makes the count 2-2 on Landis. Called strike 3. Landis out on strikes to lead off the fourth inning, and we'll go back to the top of the order for Bennett Mayfield, who popped up to short his last time up. Ducey's first pitch to him is a strike. Pirates will visit USC Upstate this coming weekend for a 3-game Peach Belt Conference Series, and then visit Valdosta before hosting USC Aiken on April 28th and 29th for the final home games. And then they'll visit North Georgia for a 3-game set on May 4th and 5th. One fastball is low to Mayfield, and it's 2-1. Yesterday, around the Peach Belt Conference, Georgia Southwestern beat UNC Pembroke 3-2 and 5-4, getting walk-off home runs in both games. Hurricanes improved to 8-12 in the conference. They're just 1 game behind Armstrong Atlantic and Augusta State, of course. Georgia Southwestern ineligible for the Peach Belt tournament as Mayfield fouls off the 2-2 pitch, but obviously want to make an impression in their first year in the league. North Georgia beat Georgia College yesterday 5-2 in the first game of their 3-game series. Foul ball out of play again from Mayfield. Columbus State only got 1 of their scheduled doubleheader games in. They beat USC Aiken 8-5, and they will play 2 today. And then USC Upstate split a doubleheader with Lander, winning game 1 14-13, and losing the second game to the Bearcats. Line drive back to Ducey. Ducey holds on to it for the second out of the inning. And that brings up the center fielder, Kevin Kelly, who's 0 for 2. Ducey drops in a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Time called as another big wind gust makes its way across the field. Now the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1-1. I tell you, this infield and the clay around home plate, Pirates are going to lose about 20 pounds of it by the time the day is over. It's blowing fiercely now. The 1-1 pitch from Ducey. Fastball high, and it's 2-1. Two-one fastball outside, and it's 3-1 to Kelly. And the 3-1 pitch is upstairs. Kelly draws a 2-out walk. Second walk issued by Ducey. And brings up the third baseman, Jorge Verquez. Ducey's first pitch to Verquez is a strike at the knees. Kelly leads away from first and elicits a throw from Ducey. Kelly 6 of 8 on the base paths this season. Runner goes on the pitch. It's a hit and run, and Verquez fouls it off for strike 2. Well, yesterday, the Jaguars took a 3-0 lead in the first inning, led 5-1. In the fifth inning, Pirates cut it to 5-4. Then trailed 7-4 going into the ninth inning. Pirates had the tying run at the plate in that contest with runners on the corners. Kenny Cale, however, grounded into a double play, and the Pirates ended up dropping that game 7-5. Another throw over to first. Kelly back to the bag. The Jaguars have scored 7 or more runs in 6 of their last 7 games. They scored 10 runs, 7 runs, and 7 runs in the 3-game series at USC Aiken, but the Pacers scored 11, 8, and 16 in sweeping 3 from the Jaguars. Fastball down and away. And it's 2-2 to Verquez. Another throw over to first. Kelly back to first base. Runner goes on the 2-2 pitch, but it swung on and missed. Verquez strikes out, and that retires the side. The Jaguars get a walk, but nothing else. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 7-1, Augusta State. Eric Hudson leads off the bottom of the fourth inning for Armstrong Atlantic. Left-handed hitting designated hitter today. Looks at the pitch low for ball one. Hit into a fielder's choice to end the first inning his first time up. The second pitch to him is inside, and it's now 2-0 to Hudson. Williams drops sidearm and delivers another pitch low. This is a 3-0 count now to Hudson. Williams has not walked a batter yet, but he does here on 4 pitches, and the Pirates have the leadoff runner on for the first time this afternoon. And it brings up the second baseman, Josh Wilson. Wilson lined a hard shot back to Williams his first time up. Williams loved it, fell down, kept a hold of it for the out. First pitch to him, pops out of the glove of the catcher, throw down to second is not in time. So a pass ball by Landis, and Hudson is in scoring position. Temperature starting to drop a little bit outside with the high winds as a breaking ball swipes outside, and it's 2-0 now to Wilson. The 2-0 pitch. High, and it's 3-0, and Williams has yet to throw a strike here in this inning. And that's going to get some activity again in the Augusta State bullpen as head coach Skip Fink comes out to the mound to talk things over with Williams. Augusta State had a reliever up earlier in the second inning. Figured with a 7-1 lead, they might be a little bit more patient with Williams, but he really hasn't been close in this inning. Walking Hudson on 4 pitches and then falling behind 3-0 on Josh Wilson. Another right-hander up in the bullpen for the Jaguars. And now Wilson steps back into the batter's box, waiting the 3-0 pitch from Williams. It's low ball 4, and the Pirates have the first 2 batters on this inning for Mark Noble, who singled his first time up and then scored on the RBI single by Josh Dallas. Williams' first pitch is inside, almost hits Noble as he shortened a bunt, but it's low for ball 1. One 1-0 pitch, bunted foul by Noble. Bringing the count to 1-1. Eric Hudson on at second. Josh Wilson on at first. 1-1 pitch is bunted down the third base line, but foul. Moving the count to 1-2. Williams from the stretch. The 1-2 pitch is into right field. That is a base hit, rounding third, and now stopping at third is Hudson. But the bases are loaded as Noble delivers the base hit to right. And that'll bring up Sean Hotsack, who flew out to right field his first time up, with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the fourth. Best scoring chance for the Pirates in this game. Williams' first pitch to Hotsack is a strike. A 1 pitch launched into left field. That one is carrying, and that one is gone. A grand slam home run for Sean Hotsack, and it is now 7-5. Hotsack with the uppercut swing got that one into the jet stream heading out to left field this afternoon. And it's a brand new ball game. 7-5 is our score, and that's going to be it for Trey Williams here in the fourth inning. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. The new pitcher for Augusta State is senior right-hander Ryan Emmett. 3-4 record, a 2.09 ERA and 4 saves, making his 18th appearance of the season. 38 2/3 innings, 28 hits given up. He has walked 14 and struck out 26. Williams goes 3+ innings, gives up 6 hits, 5 runs, walks 2 and strikes out 3. Interesting note, this is the second game of the doubleheader. Augusta State has never trailed in this series so far, but neither of their starting pitchers have lasted past the 5th inning. Their starting pitcher yesterday went 4 2/3, and Williams here goes 3+. Emmett's first pitch to Dallas hits him on the leg. So Dallas finds a way on, and we brings up Brad Bohannon, who is 0 for 2 today. Throw over to first, chases Dallas back to the bag. Yesterday was left-hander John Hansen providing the stellar relief effort, going 4 1/3, picking up the win for the Jaguars. And now Emmett, the de facto closer for the Jaguars with 4 saves, but he averages more than 2 innings pitched per appearance, is on for the Jaguars. Bohannon showed bunt on the first pitch from Emmett. Now takes the ball. It's 1-1. And then another pitch is upstairs, making it 2-1 to Bohannon. 7-5. We're in the bottom of the fourth. The 2-1 pitch from Emmett is high again, and it's 3-1. Now Emmett in danger of putting the tying run on base. Throw over to first, but Dallas back to the base. Three-one pitch, the runner goes, and the catcher Landis mishandles the ball, so it's a stolen base for Dallas. The pitch was a strike. So Bohannon now will bat with a full count, and Dallas in scoring position. The 3-2 pitch lined into left field. No! The shortstop Mayfield climbs the ladder and snags it, then doubles off Dallas at second for a double play. It was scorched by Bohannon. Mayfield had to go up and make the play, which he did. So 2 outs, and the base is empty for Tyler Evans. He hits one off his foot, foul for strike one. Tyler 1 for 2 today. Now the 0-1 pitch from Emmett, fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-2. Fastball high and outside, and it's 1-2. Pop up in foul territory. First baseman Taylor makes the grab, and that retires the side. But the Pirates get the grand slam home run by Sean Hotzak. We go to the top of the fifth. It's 7-5, Jaguars. Tim Rawlings leads off the top of the fifth inning for Augusta State. Against Austin Ducey, swings and misses at the high fastball for strike one. 7-5, Jaguars with the lead. Rawlings drove in 2 of those 7 runs with a 2-run triple his last time up. Takes a pitch high here, making it 1-1. 1-1 pitch, grounded to short. Dallas up with it. Throws on to first, and there's one down. That brings up the right fielder, Tyler Marsofska. Without an official at-bat today, sacrificed in the second and was hit by a pitch in the third. First pitch to him drops in for a strike from Ducey. For another breaking ball, this one low for a ball. Now the 1-1 pitch from Ducey is grounded behind the mound. The throw is wide from the shortstop Dallas. So Marsofska will end up at second on the two-base error by Dallas. So Tony Baker, the second baseman, steps to the plate. Baker drove in a run with a single his last time up. He's 1 for 2 in this game. And time is called before Ducey can deliver the first pitch. The Peach Belt Conference Tennis Tournament begins on Friday in Augusta, the Noonan Tennis Center. There's a pop foul out of play off the bat of Baker. Pirates and the Lady Pirates will play at Francis Marion tomorrow. Wins in those matches will give the tennis teams the outright Peach Belt Conference regular season titles and the #1 seeds for the upcoming Peach Belt tournament. Ducey's 0-1 pitch is grounded to short, and it hits the runner. So the runner is out. Credit a single for the batter, Baker. But the runner is out 6 unassisted, with Dallas being the closest batter, or closest fielder, I should say. And it brings up the dangerous Dustin Taylor, who has doubled and homered both to left field today. Ducey's first pitch to him is grounded right back to the pitcher. Ducey will flip to first, and that retires the side. Jaguars leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 7-5, Augusta State. Truman Merrick leads off the bottom of the 5th inning for Armstrong Atlantic against reliever Ryan Emmett. Merrick 1 for 2 today. Emmett's first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. 7 runs, 7 hits for Augusta State so far today. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Armstrong Atlantic. And the wind continues to howl and the temperature continues to drop as there's a fly ball in the left field. Carrying on the run is Fight, but he won't be able to catch up to it. And the count moves to 1-1. Augusta State took a 1-0 lead in the 2nd inning on a RBI double, as there's another foul ball off the bat of Merritt by Dustin Taylor. Pirates answer with an RBI single by Josh Dallas in the bottom of the 2nd. Then the Jaguars exploded for 6 runs in the 3rd, all with 2 outs. A 2-run triple by Tim Rawlings, an RBI single by Tony Baker. As there's a line drive up the middle for a base hit. Merrick gives the Pirates a leadoff base runner. Then the 3-run home run by Taylor made it 7-1, but the Pirates answered back in the 4th with a grand slam home run off the bat of Sean Hotzak. Kenny Gale steps to the plate. He has struck out twice today. Of course, both of those were against the starter Trey Williams, who is out of the contest. Shortens the bunt. Great bunt to 3rd. Verquez only play will be to 1st. So Cale executes the successful sacrifice. And it moves Merrick into scoring position for Hudson. Eric Hudson drew a walk his last time up and has scored on the grand slam home run by Hotzak. Breaking ball blocked by Landis as it's low in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0 fastball low again. And it's 2-0 to Hudson. Off-speed pitch from Emmett drops in for a strike, making it 2-1. Another breaking ball drops in for a strike, and it's 2-2. Truman Merrick leads away from second. The 2-2 pitch upcoming from Emmett to Hudson. Fastball low. Gets away from the catcher, Landis. So the wild pitch will move Merrick to 3rd, 90 feet away. And it's now a full count on Hudson. Emmett will still work from the stretch. The payoff pitch to Hudson, lifted into right center field. The center fielder Kelly will make the grab, tagging at 3rd and scoring is Merrick, and it's 7-6. So Hudson does the job, drives in Merrick with the fly ball to center field. That's a 1-run ball game. Josh Wilson steps to the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk today. Emmett's first pitch to him is a strike. A 1 breaking ball is low, making it 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch from Emmett. That's a strike. Good fastball, and it's now 1-2. Emmett in his second inning of work came in relief of the starter Trey Williams. His 2-2 pitch to Wilson is grounded into left field just over the head of the third baseman Verquez, and it's a single for Wilson. Wade Nolan, a right-handed pitcher, starts to loosen up for Augusta State. We told you a little earlier, Emmett, the closer for the Jaguars, averages just about 2 innings an appearance, so probably not expecting him to go the rest of the way, as we're just in the 5th inning this afternoon. Mark Noble steps in, takes a pitch low from Emmett for ball 1. Noble is 2 for 2 today, 3 hits this weekend in his return to the Pirate lineup. Runner goes on the pitch, and it's a hit and run, but Noble fouls it off for strike 1. Throw over to first. Wilson back to the bag. Pirates have stolen a couple of bases today. One breaking ball in the hole. That's going to get into left field for a base hit. So Noble is 3 for 3 today. And that brings up Sean Hotzak, who had the big blow in the 4th inning. He bats again with runners in scoring position, or runner in scoring position, with Wilson at second, Noble at first. First pitch swinging is Hotzak, and he fouls one off for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is a strike, and Emmett gets ahead of Hotzak 0-2. The 0-2 pitch fouled off. Hotzak stays alive. The only 4th-year senior on the Pirates team this season. He's second all-time in doubles for the Pirates. Runners go, and the throw down to third is not in time. And the Pirates pull a double steal here with Wilson and Noble. So now 2 runners are in scoring position. And the catcher, Matt Landis, is holding his hand. Looked like he may have hit something on the throw down to third on his follow-through, whether it was part of his own body or maybe part of Sean Hotzak. You wouldn't think that, otherwise the home plate umpire would have called interference, but his right hand being attended to by the Augusta State trainer. Now everything seems to be okay, and Landis will try to throw a couple. Make sure everything feels all right. So the go-ahead runs are in scoring position for the Pirates here in the bottom of the fifth. Runners at second and third. 2 out, 1 run in already in the inning. And Sean Hotsack at the plate with a 1-2 count. The pitch from Emmett is fouled back out of play again. The 1-2 pitch bounces in the dirt, but Landis able to block it towards the plate so that the runners cannot advance, and the count goes to 2-2. Josh Wilson at third, he represents the tying run. Mark Noble at second, he represents the go-ahead run. Augusta State leads 7-6. We are in the bottom of the fifth. The 2-2 pitch from Emmett popped up, foul, out of play. So again, the 2-2 delivery from Emmett in the dirt, blocked by Landis, but the count is now full. So the payoff pitch upcoming from Emmett to Hotsack. And it's flied foul down the first base side. And it falls. So Hotsack stays alive. Good battle here. Hotsack fell behind Emmett 0-2. The Pirates pulled a double steal on the 0-2 pitch to move the runners to second and third, and Hotsack's fouled off a couple, working a 3-2 count. Now again the 3-2 pitch. That's low ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So a great at-bat by Hotsack. And now Josh Dallas will bat with the bases loaded. Dallas is 1 for 1 today. Singled in a run in the second, and then was hit by a pitch by Emmett. In fact, Emmett hit Dallas with the first pitch he threw in this ball game when he came in relief of Trey Williams in the third. Bases full of Pirates here in the bottom of the fifth. Emmett's first pitch to him is up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And the Pirates take the lead for the first time this weekend on the 2 RBI single by Josh Dallas. And it's 8-7 Pirates. Augusta State led all day yesterday, scoring 3 runs in the first inning and leading it all the way in a 7-5 win. They put up 6 runs in the third today to go up 7-1. Held that lead until this inning. Now Brad Bohannon will bat with the runners on first and second. He hits a ground ball in the hole, gloved by the third baseman, and the throw to second is not in time to get the runner Dallas at second. Just a bad decision by Verquez not to go to first. He was at his knees, threw to second, just couldn't get enough on the throw. Dallas slid in safely, and the bases are loaded again for Tyler Evans. And that's first pitch to Evans is in the dirt, blocked by Landis. And it's 1-0. 11 hits now in the game for the Pirates. as they've come all the way back from a 7-1 deficit, and they lead at 8-7. A 1-0 pitch lined up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. 2 RBI single for Evans, and it's now 10-7 Pirates. Well, the Jaguars scored 6 runs in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. The Pirates have now scored 4 runs here in the 5th with 2 outs. 2 RBI singles by Josh Dallas and Tyler Evans, and now Truman Merrick at the plate with the runners at 1st and 2nd. Emmett's first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. As the Jaguars have another right-hander up in the bullpen now. The 0-1 pitch from Emmett to Merrick is popped up. Shallow center field. Kelly will make the catch, and that retires the side. But the Pirates score 5, and we will go to the 6th inning with the Pirates leading at 10-7. Well, Austin Ducey takes the mound here in the 6th inning with a 3-run lead. The Pirates have scored 9 unanswered against the Jaguars. And Robbie Fite will lead things off here in the 6th with the first pitch strike. Ducey gave up the 6 runs in the 3rd, fell behind 7-1, but since then has settled down. And the Pirate offense has been able to come back and now give the right-hander a lead to work with here in the 6th inning. Fite is 0 for 2 today. He has struck out and flied out to center. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch fouled at the plate. The count remains 1-2. Fastball high now. To Fite brings the count to 2-2. Armstrong Atlantic leads at 10-7. In the top of the 6th inning. 2-2 pitch grounded off the glove of Ducey, but it goes to Wilson. Wilson will flip it to first, so it's a 1-4-3 ground out for the first out of the inning. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Augusta State. Matt Landis will come out of the game, perhaps still suffering the effects of the hand that he injured on the double steal by the Pirates last half inning. So Jeremy Armstrong, a junior catcher from Evans, Georgia, will step in. Armstrong with a .245 average this season. 12 hits and 49 at-bats, no home runs, 8 runs driven in. Looks at a first pitch ball from Ducey. Then swings and misses at the Ducey fastball, making it 1-1. One pitch inside for a ball. Makes it 2-1. Swinging a little pop-up in the infield. Wilson has to wait for it to hit, but he does so, and then throws on to first to retire Armstrong for the second out of the inning. So that's 2 unusual plays for Wilson at second. He had to play the carom off the glove of Ducey to throw out Robbie Fite, and then had to short hop a little pop-up off the bat of the pinch hitter Armstrong. But Wilson up to the task, and now we go back to the top of the order for Bennett Mayfield, who takes a first pitch low from Ducey, and it's 1-0. A 1-0 pitch, and low again, making it 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch is downstairs. So Ducey falls behind Mayfield here, 3-0. And ball 4 issued to Mayfield. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Kevin Kelly, who was 0 for 2 with a walk today. Ducey's first pitch bounces in. Oh, it hits Kelly on the top of the foot. So Kelly trots down to first, and the tying run's going to come to the plate in the form of Jorge Verquez, the third baseman. Ducey got the first 2 batters out in this inning. Relatively easy. Ground balls to second base, but a walk to Mayfield on 4 pitches. And a breaking ball that hit Kelly will bring up Verquez, who has struck out twice but singled against Ducey. Ducey's first pitch to Verquez is down and away for ball 1. Two on, 2 out, top of the 6th inning. Fastball lined off the glove of Ducey into short, and Dallas fields it, does not throw on to first, but he saves a run by that ball not getting to the outfield. So the infield hit by Verquez loads the bases for Tim Rawlings. And assistant coach Calvin Culberson is going to head to the mound, and I believe this is going to be it for Ducey, as we'll see a new pitcher come in to face Rawlings. The new pitcher for Armstrong Atlantic is Nate Herter. Herter will come in with the bases loaded, but 2 outs in the inning. And the first pitch to Rawlings is low for ball 1. Herter 2-2 with 4 saves, a 1.21 ERA. He's pitched 22 1/3 innings, given up 25 hits. He has walked 11 and struck out 16. And the Pirates lead it here 10-7 in the top of the 6th. Strike at the letters brings the count to 1-1. Herter's 1-1 pitch inside for a ball, and it's now 2-1. Bases are loaded. 2-1 pitch, down low, and Herter now runs the count 3-1 on Rawlings, who has already drawn a walk today. This should be a pretty good pitch for Rawlings to hit with a 3-1 count and the bases loaded. Big swing and a miss. And the count runs full. So the base runners will get a head start here. with the 3-2 count, 2 outs on Rawlings. Now time is called. Now Herder from the stretch. The 3-2 pitch is low ball 4, and Herder walks in a run. I'll bring up the right fielder, Tyler Marzovska. Reached on an error his last time up. He's also been hit by a pitch and executed a successful sacrifice. It is 10-8, Pirates with the lead. Augusta State led it 7-1. Pirates scored 4 in the 4th and 5 in the 5th to take a 10-7 lead, but the Jaguars with a 2-out rally here in the 6th. As there's a ground ball, high chopper to short. Dallas's only throw will be to first. No, he won't make a throw. It's another infield hit, and it's now 10-9. Dallas fielded that high chopper. He really had nowhere to go with the ball. Didn't want to risk throwing it away at first. So it's now 10-9, and Tony Baker, who is 2 for 3 today, steps to the plate. And again, all of this damage coming with 2 outs. First pitch from Herder to Baker is right over the plate for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is low. Brings the count to 1-1. Strike on the outside corner, and Herder gets ahead of Baker. 1-2. 2 runs have scored in this inning without the ball leaving the infield. 2 walks, a hit batter, and 2 infield singles for the Jaguars. As they've cut the lead to 1. The 1-2 pitch inside, taken for a ball, and it's 2-2. Another wind gust blows across the field. And now the 2-2 pitch from Herder is called strike 3, and that retires the side. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Pirates still ahead, 10-9. Ken and Kale will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for Armstrong Atlantic in a 1-run ball game, 10-9. First pitch from Ryan Emmett is low for ball 1. Kale 0 for 2 today, sacrificed his last time up. Takes a pitch down and away for a ball, and it's 2-0. 10 runs on 12 hits, 1 error for the Pirates this afternoon, as there's a swing and a miss, making it 2-1 on Kale. 9 runs on 9 hits for the Jaguars. They scored 2 runs in the top of the 6th with 2 outs without a ball leaving the infield. 2-1 pitch is high, and Kale now has a 3-1 count. A delivery from Emmett fouled out of play, and the count runs full. The 3-2 pitch from Emmett fouled at the plate. So Kale stays alive. Freshman Kyle Payne begins to loosen again for Augusta State. And the 3-2 pitch from Emmett. Grounded to third, through the third baseman Verquez's arms into left. That is a error on Verquez, and a base runner for the Pirates with Kale at first, and Eric Hudson at the plate. Hudson 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly today. He has also drawn a walk and into a fielder's choice as Emmett throws over to first a couple times. Checking the runner, Kale. Pirates have been active on the base pass, and of course a new catcher behind the plate. Jeremy Armstrong, pinch hit for Matt Landis, stayed into the game to catch. The Pirates might be thinking about testing the new catcher behind the plate. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball grounded in the hole. Mayfield will flip to second for 1. That's all they'll be able to get. Kale is out on the fielder's choice. Hudson will be on at first, and Josh Wilson will come to the plate. Wilson singled and scored his last time up. He is 1 for 2 today. He has also drawn a walk. Another throw over to first. Hudson back to the bag. Fastball hit into deep center field. That one is carrying. That one is gone. Josh Wilson with a 2-run home run, and the Pirates go back up by 3. It is 12-9. Wilson with his 6th home run of the year. The Pirates had 2 players with 5 home runs that led the team going into today's game. Sean Hotzek and Josh Wilson both have gone yard, and the Pirates go back up 12-9. And Mark Noble, who is 3 for 3 today, comes to the plate. Takes a first pitch outside for ball 1. A right-hander for Augusta State. Jonathan Harriman joins Kyle Payne down in the bullpen, as Noble takes ball 1 after fouling off the first pitch from Emmett. Breaking ball, that's lifted into right field, but no problem for Marzovska, who makes the catch for out number 2. And that brings up Sean Hotzak. 1 for 2 with the big grand slam home run. He has also drawn a walk. Emmett's first pitch to Hotzak. Breaking ball grounded to third. Verquez takes it on one hop, throws on to first, and that retires the side. But the Pirates plate 2 on the 2-run home run by Josh Wilson. We go to the top of the 7th. It's 12-9 Pirates. The new pitcher for Armstrong Atlantic is left-hander Jeremy Horst. And Horst starts off Dustin Taylor with a strike. Horst comes in for Herder, who threw a third of an inning, gave up a hit and a walk, but got the Pirates out of the jam in the 6th as a check swing foul makes the count 0-2. Ducey ended up going 5 2/3, giving up 8 hits, 9 runs. They were all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 5, but he's in line to win it. If he does, he would improve to 8-0 on the season. As the pitch is outside to Taylor. And it's 1-2. Horst threw 2 1/3 innings yesterday for the Pirates. Gave up 1 unearned run. On the season, he's 2-0 with a 5.73 earned run average. As a swing and a miss by Taylor, Horst sets down the Jaguars' first baseman for the first out here in the top of the 7th. That brings up the left fielder Robbie Fite. 0 for 3 today. Grounded out his last time out, up 1-4-3. Hits a line drive into right field, but Truman Merrick is right there to make the grab, and that's the second out of the inning. I'll bring up Jeremy Armstrong. The catcher grounded out to second his first time up today. Came into the game for Matt Landis as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1 from Horst. One 0 pitch lined into right field. This is going to drop in front of Merrick for a base hit. So a 2-out base runner for the Jaguars, and we'll go back to the top of the order. Bennett Mayfield, who walked and scored his last time up, will face Horst. 12-9, top of the 7th inning. Pirates with the lead. Game 1 of 2 today here at Pirate Field. The second 7-inning contest will start about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one and wrap up the 3-game series between the two schools. The 1-0 pitch is right over the plate for strike one, and it's 1-1. Armstrong leads away from first. Pitch to the plate, it's ground ball to short. Dallas will flip it to Wilson at second, and that retires the side. Jaguars get a hit, but nothing else. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the 7th inning stretch. Stand up wherever you are. Pirates lead it, 12-9. The new pitcher for Augusta State here in the bottom of the 7th inning is number 26, Kyle Payne, the freshman, making his 17th appearance of the season, 3-2 with a 4.45 earned run average, 30.1 innings pitched, 26 hits. He has walked 26 and struck out 16. He is a submariner, and he will face Josh Dallas, and Josh Dallas gets hit by the first pitch from Payne, leading off the bottom of the 7th. So Dallas has been on base 4 times today. He's been hit twice, and he has also had 2 singles. And he leads things off here in the 7th inning. Brad Bohannon steps to the plate. Runner goes in the first pitch. It's inside. Throw down to second is well wide of the bag, so Dallas steals second base easily, as the Pirates have been perfect on their stolen base attempts so far today. And Dallas is now in scoring position for Bohannon. 1-0 pitch inside, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch to Bohannon from Payne is lined but foul down the left field line, and it's 2-1. Bohannon digs back into the batter's box. Payne delivers from down under. That's a strike, and it's 2-2 now to Brad. Josh Dallas leads away from second. Was hit by a pitch leading off the inning, then stole second. 2-2 pitch is high and outside. Bohannon has a full count. 12-9 Pirates with the lead. Trying to even up this three-game Peach Bowl Conference series at a game apiece after Augusta State won yesterday 7-5. Game 3. As there's a line drive into right field. That's a base hit. The second baseman, Baker, came close to snagging it, but Bohannon has the second hit of the day. And the Pirates have runners at the corners for Tyler Evans. Evans drove in a pair of runs with a single his last time up. He's 2 for 4 today. As another huge wind gust blows across the field, is turned into a blustery afternoon as the temperature has dropped measurably and the wind has not died down. Throw over to first. Bohannon back to the bag. Dallas leads away from third. Bohannon leads away from first. Good lead for Brad. First pitch to Evans is tight for ball one. 14 hits now for the Pirates today. To go with 12 runs. The 1-0 pitch is inside to Evans, and it's 2-1. Or excuse me, 2-0. Game 3 will be Veet Rivers taking the hill for the Pirates. As there's another pitch low, and it's 3-0. Payne in danger of loading the bases. Game 3 starter for Augusta State. As ball 4 is issued to Evans, will either be Ben Dukes, a left-hander, or possibly former Armstrong Atlantic pitcher David Whitfield. Well, the bases loaded are here in the bottom of the 7th with nobody out, and we're going to get a new pitcher for Augusta State coming in for Payne. We'll tell you about it when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. So the new pitcher for Augusta State is sophomore right-hander Jonathan Harriman, an Augusta native, and he faces Truman Merrick with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. As Kyle Payne loaded him up, and the first pitch from Harriman is high for ball 1. This is just his 5th appearance of the season for Harriman. No record, a 9 ERA, 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs given up. He's walked 4 and struck out 1. Another pitch high, so Harriman will deliver the 2-0 pitch to Merrick. That's down in the dirt, and it's 3-0. So control problems for the Jaguar relievers, as Payne hit a batter, walked a batter, as well as given up a hit. And now Harriman's 3-0 pitch is a strike, making it 3-1. The 3-1 delivery, grounded to first. They'll go home for 1, but the throw is wide and up the line. So the errant throw by the first baseman, Taylor, plates a run for the Pirates, and the bases are still loaded. Technically, it's a fielder's choice for Merrick, as Dallas scores on the error, and Kenny Cale will bat now with the bases still loaded and still nobody out. It's 13-9 Pirates. First pitch to Cale is a strike, and it's 0-1. Brad Bohannon on at third. Tyler Evans on at second. Truman Merrick now on at first. Pitch down and away. Armstrong able to block it. So the count moves to 1-1. Pitch in the dirt again from Harriman, making it 2-1. As another wind gust blows across the field. And now the 2-1 pitch from Harriman, lifted into left field. That one is carrying. That one is going to be gone. Another grand slam home run for the Pirates. Kenny Cale clears them all, and the Pirates now lead it 17-9. Cale's second home run of the year. And the first time in a while we've had 2 grand slams in one game for the Pirates. Pirates had just 1 this season coming up until today. That was Chris Smith. But now grand slams by Sean Hotzak and Kenny Cale, as Eric Hudson fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. And Armstrong Atlantic now leads at 17-9. A lot of crooked numbers up on the scoreboard for the Pirates. 4 runs in the 4th, 5 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, now 5 in the 7th. Hudson swings and misses at the 0-1 offering from Harriman, so it's now 0-2. And then the 0-2 pitch hits him. So Hudson trots down to first after being hit by an 0-2 breaking ball. And now Josh Wilson will come to the plate. Wilson has a home run today, a 2-run shot last inning. He is 2 for 3 today, with a walk and a single to go with the home run. First pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Well, it looked bleak for the Pirates early. It was 7-1 Augusta in the third inning, but since then, it has been all Pirates. As there's a pitch fouled out of play, making the count 0-2. 17-9 our score. 3 home runs for the Pirates, including a pair of grand slams. Now we need to save some of those runs for game 2. Ground ball foul down the third base side. Wilson stays alive with an 0-2 count. Still nobody out here in the 7th. With Hudson on first and Wilson at the plate. The 0-2 pitch from Harriman is high, bringing the count to 1-2. 17 runs on 15 hits for the Pirates. Pirates have left us 5 runners on base in this game. As the pitch is high, making it 2-2. Again, game 3 of this series will take place after this contest is over with. 7-inning affair to wrap up the series. Beat Rivers, who is 5-3 with a 3.44 ERA, as there's a shot into the gap in right center. Wilson's going to dig for 2. Hudson will hold up at third, and it's a double for Wilson. And runners at second and third now. Still nobody out in the inning. And Mark Noble at the plate. Noble is 3 for 4 today with a trio of singles. First pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Pitch high and tight. Noble makes it 1-1. And now a 1-1 delivery floats outside. It's 2-1. There is another pitcher up in the Augusta State bullpen. Harriman, the second pitcher of this inning. It started with Kyle Payne, who loaded the bases. Harriman came in, gave up the grand slam home run, and has hit a batter and given up a double. The 2-2 pitch is outside, and the count is now full on Noble. The 3-2 pitch from Harriman is lined in center field. That is a base hit. 1 run will score, and it's now 18-9. So Sean Hotzak will come to the plate. He is the 9th batter to hit in this inning. And there's still nobody out, and we're going to get a pitching change for Augusta State. We'll tell you about them when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. The new pitcher for Augusta State is freshman Ben Story, 6-foot right-hander from Alpharetta. And he faces Sean Hotsack and delivers a first pitch strike. No record for Story, a 7.40 ERA and 1 save. 20 and 2/3 innings, given up 36 hits. He has walked 7 and struck out 7. He is the third pitcher of the inning, as there's a ground ball in the hole into left field for a base hit. Hotsack drives in Josh Wilson, and it's 19-9, and the Pirates have placed 9 batters to the plate this inning, and all have reached. So Josh Dallas comes to the plate with runners on first and second. He was hit by a pitch to begin the inning. First pitch to him from Story is a strike. Swing and a miss on a pitch, and Dallas falls behind 0-2. Seven runs in the inning for the Pirates. Here in the 7th, as a pitch hits Dallas, and he's hit for the 3rd time today, and the 2nd time in this inning. And the bases are loaded, still with nobody out, and Brad Bohannon at the plate. And it looks like we're going to get a defensive substitution for Augusta State. The first baseman, Dustin Taylor, is going to come out. And the new first baseman will be number 24, David Barnes. So Barnes in at first base for Taylor. And the first pitch to Bohannon is high for ball 1. Barnes, a junior from Augusta, transfer from South Georgia College. 1-0 pitch, lined into deep left field. That one is carrying, and that one is gone. 2 grand slam home runs for the Pirates in the inning, 3 in the game. And it is now officially a rout, 23-9. Well, this is the most runs scored by the Pirates in this inning, or in a game this season. The previous high of 21, setting the Pirates 21-4. As we're going to get a pinch hitter, as Chris Smith is going to bat for Tyler Evans. Smith, 289 average, 1 home run, 18 runs driven in. Takes a pitch low for a ball. So Smith will move behind the plate. Sean Hotzak may come out to play first, or Joey Davis might come in to play first. The 2-0 pitch from Story is a strike, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. 3 grand slams in a game. That may be a school record. Have to check the record book on that, as Smith fouls off the 2-2 pitch. I can almost guarantee that 2 grand slams in an inning is a school record. As the 2-2 pitch is down and away, and it's 3-2. And yes, there's still nobody out here in the 7th. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Smith is out on strikes, first out of the inning for Augusta State. And it brings up Truman Merrick, 2-for-5 today. Reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Story's first pitch to him is low for ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 7th. First of 2 today between these two teams, as Merritt hops out of the way of a inside pitch, and it's 2-0. Foul ball out of play. Makes it 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch to Merrick, lined into left field, and that's going to curve, and that's a fair ball. Fight tried to dive for it, but came up empty, and Merrick pulls up into second base with a double. He is a 3-hit day. And that brings up Kenny Cale, who already has a grand slam in this inning. Cale, the 14th batter to bat in this inning. 20 hits now for the Pirates. And the first pitch from Story is a strike. The 0-1 pitch, lined into left center field, and that's going to be a base hit. Merrick will score. Cale heads into second with an RBI double. And it's now 24-9. And we'll have another pinch hitter for the Pirates as Derek Miller is going to pinch hit for Eric Hudson. Miller, 6 hits and 28 bats this season, .214 average, a homer and 7 runs driven in. First pitch is down and away for a ball. Another right-hander in the bullpen for Augusta State. As we still have just one out here in the 7th. Pitch is low to Miller, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch from Story is a strike, and it's 2-1. 24-9, Pirates with the lead. 12 runs in the inning for the Pirates. The 2-1 pitch is low, and it's now 3-1 to Miller, the pinch hitter. The 3-1 pitch is in the dirt, ball 4, and Miller draws a walk. That'll bring up Josh Wilson. Wilson doubled this inning. He is 3 for 4 in this game. Needs a triple for the cycle, but can't imagine that'll happen. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. 2 on, 1 out. And Wilson, the 15th batter to bat in this inning. Another pitch low, and it's 2-0. I'm telling you, folks, it looked bleak in the 3rd inning, but things have changed dramatically since then. Augusta State led 7-1 in this game, but that's a lifetime ago. Another pitch is out of the strike zone, and it's 3-0 now to Wilson. The 3-0 pitch is a strike, and it's 3-1. The 3-1 delivery is a strike, and it's 3-2. So the full count pitch from Story is low, and the bases are loaded. For the 3rd time in this inning, and we're going to get another pinch hitter as Mitch Hudson will hit for Mark Noble. So Hudson steps in. 6 hits and 17 at-bats for Herbie. 2 home runs, 4 runs driven in. He'll take over in left field probably. And the first pitch from Story is a strike. Brad Bohannon will move out to center. The 0-1 pitch from Story is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. 24-9. Pirates with a good offensive day. 3 touchdowns and a field goal. As there's a foul out of play. Game 1 of our doubleheader. Pirates will even the series, presumably with this win, but there's still another game to play. A 7-inning affair that will decide this series. Coming up after this one is over. 1-2 pitch is low, and it's 2-2 to Mitch Hudson, the pinch hitter. Swinging a pop-up into shallow center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Everyone will move up 1 base. And it's now 25-9, and on the RBI single by Mitch Hudson. And that'll bring up Sean Hotsack, who owns a grand slam in this game. That was back in the 3rd inning. Singled and drove in a run earlier in this inning. He is the 18th batter to hit in this inning. Story's first pitch to him is popped up in center field. Kelly will make the grab for out number 2. That brings up Josh Dallas. Dallas has been hit by pitches twice in this inning. He hits for the 3rd time in this frame. Swings and misses at the first pitch from Story for strike 1. Swinging a fly ball in the center field. Kelly on the run. Now he'll give way to the left fielder. Fight, and that retires the side. But the Pirates plate 13 in the inning. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 25-8. Sorry about that, folks. We had a computer issue to take care of, but we are in the top of the 8th inning with Armstrong Atlantic leading 25-9. Truman Merrick has a ball falling in front of him for a base hit as the Jaguars have 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Kevin Kelly led off the inning with a single to second. Then a pinch hitter for the Jaguars, 13. Clay Haynes was called out on strikes. Tim Rawlings delivers a single to right, and the first pitch from Horst to the right fielder Tyler Marsovska is low for ball 1. We are in the top of the 8th inning of a 25-9 ball game. The 1-0 pitch from Horst is a strike, and it's 1-1. So 2 on, 1 out. Jeremy Horst in the second inning of work for the Pirates. Swings and misses does Marsovska on the pitch from Horst, and it's now 1-2. Pitch outside makes it 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Horst strikes out Marsovska for the second out of the inning. And it brings up the second baseman, Tony Baker, who's 2 for 4 today. Horst's first pitch to him is chopped foul for strike 1. (25-9) Pirates with the lead. Fastball grounded. That is a great play by Sean Hotzak. He robs Baker of extra bases down the first base line, steps on the bag, and retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Pirates with the lead. Brad Bohannon leads off the bottom of the 8th inning for the Pirates against the new Augusta State pitcher, Wade Nolan. Nolan's first pitch to Bohannon is high for ball 1. Nolan making his 3rd appearance of the season. He's thrown 2 innings, given up 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, no earned runs. He is a sophomore from Noonan, Georgia, a transfer from Shorter College. Bohannon swings and misses at the 2-0 pitch, making it 2-1. Brad is 3 for 6 in this game with 2 singles and a grand slam home run. The 2-1, excuse me, is swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Nolan gets the sign. The 2-2 delivery is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Bohannon down on strikes for the first out of the 8th. And that brings up the catcher, Chris Smith. Smith struck out in his pinch hit appearance in last inning. Stayed in the game to catch for the Pirates. First pitch to him is low and away for ball 1. Sean Hotsack moved to first, and Mitch Hudson stayed the game for the Pirates to play center field. And the 1-0 pitch from Nolan is outside, and it's 2-0 to Chris Smith. 2-0 pitch down in the dirt, and it's 3-0. We are 3 hours old in this contest. Pirates leading Augusta State. Game 1 of today's doubleheader. And Smith walks on 4 pitches with 1 out here in the 8th. And Truman Merrick will come to the plate. Merrick 3 for 6 with a double and a pair of singles. Swings and hits a drive into right center field. That one is going, and that one is up against the wall. Merrick's going to have a pair of doubles today. Smith stops at third. But the Pirates with runners at second and third now with 1 out for Kenny Cale, who is 2 for 5 with a grand slam and an RBI double. Nolan's first pitch to him is fouled back to the screen for strike 1. Swinging a ground ball in the hole. That's going to get through for a base hit. Kenny Cale with an RBI single. He has 6 RBI today. And the score is now 26-9 with Derek Miller, the designated hitter, coming to the plate. With runners at the corners and 1 out, Miller drew a walk his first time up. Swings and hits a fly ball into left field, but on the run is Fight. He'll make the grab. Tagging and scoring is Merrick. And it's 27-9. So 2 down in the inning. Josh Wilson at the plate now. He's been on base 5 times today, 3 for 4 officially. I can name that tune in 3 notes. That would be Tom Petty, Last Dance Mary Jane. 0-1 pitch upcoming from Nolan to Josh Wilson. Ground ball to second. Baker will flip to the shortstop, Mayfield covering, and that retires the side. The Pirates plate 2. We go to the top of the 9th. Pirates on top. First baseman David Barnes will lead things off here in the top of the 9th. Came in as a defensive replacement in the 7th inning for the Jaguars. Jeremy Horst beginning his 3rd inning of work. Has a 1-1 count. Delivers a pitch outside for a ball. Makes it 2-1. Pitch inside makes it 3-1. The 3-1 pitch from Horst, that's a strike, and it's 3-2. Again, fans, stick around for the second game of our doubleheader between the Pirates and the Jaguars. It'll start about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Ground ball to second. Wilson up with it, throws on to first, and there's 1 down. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Augusta State as number 21, Darren Swift, will bat for Robbie Fight. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Brings the count to 1-1 on Swift. 2 for 17 this season. This is his 18th appearance of the year. Pitch is a strike from Horst, and it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. It pops out of Smith's glove. So Chris will have to throw down to first to record the strikeout, which he does. And the Jaguars are down to their final out. And catcher Jeremy Armstrong, who was 1 for 2 since coming into the game defensively. First pitch from Horst to Armstrong is high for ball 1. Now another pitch inside, and it's 2-0 on the catcher. Again, Game 3 of our Peach Belt Series, the Pirates will turn to Veet Rivers, senior left-hander, to try and give the Pirates a doubleheader sweep and a win in the series, but more importantly, keep the Pirates ahead of the Jaguars in the race for the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Currently, two teams tied for that 6th seed in the conference tournament. As the pitch is outside and Horst walks Armstrong. With 2 down, and Bennett Mayfield, the shortstop, comes to the plate. Horst's first pitch to Mayfield is high for ball 1. Hit to a fielder's choice his last time up. Mayfield is 0 for 4 today, but he has drawn a walk, and he has scored a run. 1-0 pitch grounded to short. Dallas will flip to Wilson at second, and the game is over. Armstrong Atlantic wins 27-9. Fans will step away for about 25 minutes and come back with Game 2. You're listening to Pirate Baseball.